think we're on. I think we're live. Morning! Morning! What's everybody doing? Woo. How's everybody feeling? Good. Yeah! It's that time of year. Hey, stop it.
Don't open that second door. That big comeback starts right here. Lucky shot.
Sorry, I didn't want to watch that. They made me.
Draw play to Atkinson.
Get out!
Breaks a tackle.
Get out!
Atkinson will take it to the house.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there! Why's nobody cheering? Why's nobody cheering? Where's Tim Wall? Come on, Tim Wall, let's go run! That was the second one. That was the one late. 53-yarder. All right, let's try it again. Look at that move. You see that cute move? That's a Malcolm move. Look. Tell me that ain't a Malcolm move right there. Right there, look. Woo! See, look. See that guy flying? You guys are not as excited about this as I am. Look, man, we don't get a lot of touchdowns as Raiders fans. Right? So when we get one, I got to show everybody. Make sure you guys know, preseason or not. All right, we're scoring touchdowns this year. I'm super stoked and excited. Football is here. It's just such an incredible game. My wife doesn't really understand why I'm so passionate about it, why I love it so much. But it's such a phenomenal sport as far as the stories. I just love all the stories, man. You got all these guys, all these kids. I mean, if you think about it, you know, we got a lot of young people, you know, in here, and if you think about it, kind of industry-wide, they say that you young people don't have a lot of passion. You guys are lazy and stuff like that. But when you look at pro sports, you look at pro football and basketball. If you're older than 29 years old, you're retired, right? You're old as dirt. It's all 20-year-olds and 22-year-olds and just these young people that just go after it every day. They sacrifice their bodies. They're up early. They're staying up late. They're working hard. They're doing a lot of what you guys do right here in this building, and I get attached to it. I love it. I love the greatness. I love the work effort. I love that those guys fight for their job every single day. That guy right there that just ran that 53-yard touchdown, that was in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter in a preseason game. Does anybody know anything about football? Who plays in the fourth quarter? Scrubs. It's not your starters. It's not your starters, man. But that guy's playing. He's playing his little ass off because he's trying to get a job. He's just trying to stay on the team, man. He's working as hard as humanly possible to stay on the team. And I connect with that. I love it. I love football season. I'm so glad it's here. Baseball, football, yeah. So, that's all I have to say about that. Side note, back to work. Where were we? Troy was just talking about it. I'll share it with you guys. You may have seen it on Facebook. You may have not. Tuesday, I was with my son at his speech lesson. My son's got to work on a little bit of a lisp and whatnot, and so I was at speech with him, and I don't get to spend a lot of time alone with my son. There's always you know me. I've got lots of kids, so there's always other people there, and I got to spend some time just alone with him, and it was cool. And while he was in the speech class, I just started thinking about my kids and how a lot of times
my children don't believe in tomorrow.
I ended up writing this.
They don't believe that it ever exists. You can tell them over and over again, but I promise that they will persist. There's the promise of going to the park one day, and the promise of swimming and fun. There's the promise of candy and parties and cakes, and a promise of the beach and the sun. Of course, we promise them dancing and piggyback rides and trips to the store and the zoo. We promise them TV and iPads and then we tell them that it all will come true. We promise them late nights and sleepovers and time with their friends in the yard. We promise them board games and camping, and we may even agree to play cards. We promise them a future that's bright, where they can fill every desire and dream. We promise them they can be firefighters or play on their favorite sports team. Go Raiders. We promise it all for tomorrow, but my children, they live for today. They don't believe tomorrow exists. The crazy thing is, they're right. Tomorrow's a maybe, a could be, a chance. The possibility is all that is real. Tomorrow might happen, it might not, I don't know, I hope so, but it's really just feel. The fact of the matter is today is the day. It exists, it is here, it is now. So put on a show and quit telling them no, instead focus on them saying wow. And as day becomes night and the night comes to end, look back on this day with a smile and grin and know that you fulfilled their hearts and their minds instead of falling asleep thinking, well, maybe next time.
Let go. Other than just wanting to show off my beautiful kids, what I wanted you guys to take from that, and what I took from that, is that tomorrow it really doesn't exist. If you think about it, and sometimes that's a hard concept to grasp, but tomorrow is a lot in line with faith, like God and things like that. Like you can't touch tomorrow, right? Has anybody ever been there? Anybody ever been to tomorrow? You can't. You can't physically touch tomorrow. It's always today, right? Like yesterday, today was tomorrow, but we can only live in today. Josue, I know that's hard. It's Saturday morning. It's early. You'll catch up with that later. But today is the only day that really exists. And you know, my kids kind of inspired that thought. And I thought about it a lot. You know, this week it's now. The day is right now. The time is right now. This is the day that we have to do it. We have no guarantee. We have no promise. There is no tomorrow in reality. It's only in faith. It's all a feel, right? We believe that tomorrow will be here. We believe that we're going to get to watch some football tomorrow. We hope that that's going to happen. But there is no guarantee. There's absolutely no guarantee. The only thing that's guaranteed right now is that we're here today, right? So when I think about that, as I'm out golfing in the morning, or as I'm coming to work, or as I'm doing stuff with my kids, I'm thinking, what am I doing today? How am I making sure I'm taking advantage of this day, this thing that exists? You know, you guys have probably heard me a couple times. I talk about the power of now, and just doing things now, because you never know if you're going to get the later. So when you boil it down and you start to apply it to this place, you start to apply it to this job and to what we have to do here, you start taking little pieces. You're like, okay, well, power it now. You know, my customer asks me to do something. When do I need to do it? When do I need to do it? We need to do it now, right? Because if we don't do it right now, then what happens? There's no guarantee. We don't know for sure we're going to be able to do it tomorrow. So I don't get to take care of it right now. I maybe forget about it. I maybe get distracted. I maybe run into something along the way, and I don't get it done, and then it's not good, right? It ends up not good. So we got to take care of it now. On the flip side of that, you've got customers today that are here to do what? They're here to buy a car. When do they need to buy? They need to buy it now, right? Now they're going to try to convince you, and they're going to try to tell you that they're going to do it later, or that they can do it tomorrow. But what do we all know about tomorrow? We're closed. Listen, Tom. It doesn't exist, right? There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee we're going to be here tomorrow. There's no guarantee that any of us are going to show up tomorrow. There's no guarantee that Josh Cummins isn't gonna call or stop by today and say, hey Glenn, you know what? We've decided to go a different direction. We've decided that this is going to be better for the company than you. I can't guarantee my tomorrow. You can't guarantee your tomorrow. So all we can do is perform today. Like that guy that just ran 53 yards in the fourth quarter. He's trying to make the team, man. He ran past a bunch of fourth stringers that are probably having a rough morning. I'd say there's some guys in that Cardinals locker room that aren't quite sure where they're going to be in the next day or week, if you know what I mean, when they're getting blown past by some guy in the fourth quarter. So which side of that ball are you going to be on? Are you the defensive guy? Are you the Cardinal that's getting blown by? Are you that guy that's going to run 53 yards today for the touchdown? That's what I want to know. That's what I want you to show me. You guys are killing it right now, man. August, we're supposed to slow down a little bit. That's what's supposed to happen. It's back to school, right? All the parents, they're all worried about back to school. They're not worried about buying cars. So statistically, traditionally, in history, every year in this dealership in August, we go back a little bit. We backpedal. That's what we do. You guys have chose not to follow tradition. You guys are pacing 820-something cars going into a Saturday. We had 50-something appointments yesterday on a Friday. I think the lowest day we had in the week is we sold like 26 cars, which is so crazy because it felt dead. We used to freaking throw parties when we'd sell 15. You kidding me? We sell 26 now. We're like, what is that? You guys are freaking beasts. You're animals, man. And you guys are killing it. And you're just breaking the norm. You're breaking the records. And we've listened to it all week. Those of us on the sales side, BDC, listen to some different stuff. But we listened to Grant Cardone talk about the 10X Super Life all week, right? 10X Super Life, man. Just 10Xing everything. Just having dreams so big that everybody else thinks they're unreal. If you're trying to lose 10 pounds, you shoot for 100, right? Multiply it by 10. If you're trying to make $1 million, you shoot for 10 million, right? Multiply it by 10. And what ends up happening is you create this existence that is so far beyond people's belief, and it's crazy, and then you have to define success. What is success? How is it defined? Grant talks about it. He says, how do you define it? It's different for me. It's different for you. Is success money? I don't know. It might be money for you. Might not be money. It might be for some people. Might be for others. Is success in your family? And he talks about a surfer guy. You guys listen to these things with me? He talks about a surfer guy. The guy made what? Made $4.4 billion and made his company $28 billion and then gave all his money away. Lives in a little tiny shack, and he rents a car. Guy made $4.4 billion. He just loves to surf. That's what he loves to do. He considers himself successful. There's different levels of success, but the one thing that Grant said that caught me the most is success. He added it to the definition of the word. He said success is sustainable. Right? Sustainable. Anybody in this business ever heard a new penny always shines? Luis, that's what they think about you right now, just so you know. Everybody thinks new penny always shines. Luis is killing everybody, just so you guys know. And so is Trey this month. They're both even beating John. Where's John? He's downstairs trying to catch up. Oh, there he is. I see him hiding over there. Success is sustainable. We have had sustainable growth in this dealership, over 30% growth year after year after year after year since 2011. Sustainable. This dealership has been successful. Everything we've been putting in place, the people, you guys that we've brought in, we continue to grow, conquer, break records. It's sustainable. It's a sustainable model. It works. You can consider this dealership successful, but then you got to apply the fact that there's no guarantee of tomorrow. So just because we're doing it now doesn't mean we're going to be doing it later, right? We are under attack right now. If you haven't noticed, go to Facebook, find it. There's people out there. There's people hating on Mike Brown because he came out of Bourbon County and works at Dan Cummins. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Right? You got people saying, what do you do if you graduate from Bourbon County? Ha ha, you go to Dan Cummins. That guy makes $10 an hour somewhere. He's miserable. Whoever he is, I don't know him. There's other people out there that are attacking the dealership from the management down. Horrible place. The owner is a joke, is what she posted. The owner of this company, you guys all know the guy. He's a joke. It's a horrible place to work. This is a post by someone who's never worked here. We're under attack, man. We got pictures of finance managers driving around in their cars, floating around. You guys think I'm joking? I'm serious. People hate us right now. The guys up in West Virginia, they're telling Belle and they're telling Brittany, oh, you guys are playing favoritism. You're giving Dan Cummins all the cars. Why you Dan Cummins isn't really that good. It's just because of you guys. You ever heard it? It's like, John's not that good. He just gets deals out of the BDC. It's that kind of thing. That's how all these dealers are right now. They hate us. Absolutely hate us. We had a car that lit on fire the other day. It's a Mazda. My first thought is, holy crap, man, we had a car catch on fire. There was kids in that car. My first thought is they are going to try to take us down. They're going to try to sue us and take every freaking dollar we got. Luckily, we're smart enough. We stay ahead of those things. We take care of that customer, right? We're going to take care of them. We're doing everything in our power to take care of that customer because we do things right in this place. We do it right. That's what makes it sustainable. Anybody can go out and cheat and lie and steal and have a great month. You can. You can have a good year. You can sell more cars than anybody right on that field and lie and cheat and steal, but you can't sustain it. That's the definition of success. You gotta keep it going. And the way you do that is by doing stuff now and not thinking that there's some guarantee of tomorrow, because there's not. There's absolutely not. So let's continue to push. Continue to be our best every single day. You guys are starters. You guys are the starters. There's second string and third string guys outside. They're banging on the door. They're trying to take your jobs. I'm not going to let them have them. But show me. Show me that. Show me that you want. Show me that you can sustain. That you can be the best. Every time I ask from each and every one of you guys, I'm asking for one car deal every day you're at work. One car deal every day that you're here. If each of you guys will sell one car every day that you're at work, this store will sell 10,000 cars. We will sustain our 30% growth year over year over year. We will continue to create more haters out there, which will allow us to continue to do things right. That's what people don't get sometimes. The more haters we got, it's awesome. Put us on a podium. Take a look at us with a microscope, because we do things right in this store. So we need as many opportunities to show that to the world. We're making a difference in this industry. We're impacting this industry nationwide. You guys are impacting the way people look at how they buy a car. Something that people have dreaded and hated since the 1930s. Been a miserable experience for people, and you guys are changing that. I can show you that you guys are changing that. I can show you right here. It was an easy car buying experience. The dealership has an absurd amount of inventory to choose from. You would thus most definitely have a hard time not finding a suitable vehicle. The staff are very fast and professional. All in all, it was a great experience, and I would recommend them to anyone looking for a vehicle. I don't know who wrote that, but it's awesome. I don't know who that customer that is. My husband and I have only had wonderful customer service. We have purchased 5 vehicles from them. John has been our salesman for the last 4. He is the best. He will work to make sure you are satisfied with your purchase. We will always refer family and friends when they mention they are looking to buy a vehicle. Dan Cummins is the place to go. Nice job, John Hinks. Satisfied customer. I would recommend Dan Cummins to anyone. Salesman, Mike Church. Worked very hard to get me into the vehicle I wanted. Honesty is the key, and he is that. wants to make his customers happy. If you're looking for a used or new vehicle, ask for Mike Church. Thanks for all the work and effort in helping me, loving my Chevy Traverse. Also a thank you to Brenna Kerrigan. Nice job, Brenna Kerrigan. I want to thank Tim, the service manager, for fixing my 2015 Camaro so fast. Tim did an excellent job on keeping me updated, getting my car towed to the dealership and fixed in less than a week. I will continue buying all my vehicles from Dan Cummins. The dealership is truly the best. Tim, if you're watching, nice job. Chevy Suburban, I was looking to trade my 2011 Suburban for a newer model. Luis Hernandez introduced himself to me on the sales floor. I explained what vehicle I was looking for. He was able to show me the vehicle I requested to see. Luis was very attentive during this process and was able to answer my questions. I was treated with respect through the entire process, which made for a positive buying experience. Nice job, Luis. You guys are doing it right, man. You're doing it right. We're doing everything right. We're the good guys, right? We're the good guys and we're winning. And the bad guys hate us. They hate us. And they're going to do everything in their power to shut us down one by one. But for today, right now, we're open. Full throttle. 1,200 cars in inventory. We're in business. We're ready to rock. It's Saturday morning. I'm ready to go. I don't know about you, but let's go kick some ass and sell some cars. Fair enough? All right, let's go get
Can't tell.
Knock that over, man. That's ready to go. Saturday morning, get out there, kill it. Today is the day. No guarantee of tomorrow.